Hey, welcome back. I'm definitely going to try to post that vlog of the meaning of life stuff. Then I think I'm just gonna put like a note at the beginning, like, I don't know, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to make it interesting. And for there to be a point to it, kind of. There's no point to it. It's just a ramble about the meaning of life and what I thought about Tolstoy and Ecclesiastes or whatever. So I'm gonna post it. It's gonna be a 40-minute long mess, but who cares? And I should make more of those videos. I know. Do I have to do something here? Yeah. I have to go up here. Ooh. Cool. That's fun. Maybe you notice I'm a little bit happier right now because the Mets are winning. The freaking Mets. The Mets. I don't know. I don't like talking about sports because it's just like, oh, your team and you care about your team. Nobody else cares about your team. If I was like a Mariners fan, you wouldn't care. Like I wouldn't care about what I'm saying. But like the freaking Mets, they're like so crazy. They had this Thumbgate thing where it was pretty funny. One of the players that they just got was getting booed, and he was mad about it. So he came up with this thing where after he got a hit, he would do a thumbs down to the crowd. And then after he was doing that for a couple weeks, and after one of the games, he's just like, "Yeah, I'm doing it because like I'm frustrated with the fans, and I don't want you to be happy when I'm happy, but like when I'm struggling, you guys don't support me or whatever." And then the next day, he scored a game-winning run on this miraculous comeback. They were down 5-1, and they scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th, and he was the one. Oh, I know how to do this. He was the one to score the game-winning run, and then everybody was cheering for him, and it was ridiculous. And then they were leading the NL East for the whole year, and then they collapsed, but there's still a month left, and they're only 5 games back, and today they're winning. So if they win like their next 5 games in a row, they could be close to first place again. That's all they have to do, and they're playing all these bad teams, so it's possible, and it's crazy. Baseball's crazy, and I just like it a lot. I just like baseball. I like the everyday thing of it where people just overreact, and it's one day, and then the next day something happens, and it's crazy, and they just keep doing it. It's like life. Like, it just keeps happening. It doesn't go away. Baseball just never stops. It's this year, then it's next year. Okay, how do I do this? I'm gonna die. Okay, what do I do? Am I supposed to bomb him? He's doing the Microsoft, or the TV thing with the window. I'm dead. I gotta get, bearish. Okay, but that wasn't my note today. But the freaking Mets. You wanna see how they scored the runs? I do. They do this game story thing on Google. I don't really like it. Francisco Lindor. Wow. Okay, what does he do when he scores? Does he do a thumbs down? I want to see what he does at second base. No, he just clapped his hands. Did Baez get the other hit? What was the other hit? That's funny. Scored the other run. No, it was, I don't know. An error, maybe. Okay. White privilege. Okay. I was going to talk about white privilege because I just experienced it. I guess I've experienced it my whole life, but this was a very specific example that I felt it because it's hard to talk about this because this lady was just being really nice, and it's hard to be like, well, she's being nice because I'm white. Maybe that, I'm sure that's not the case, but it did feel like white privilege, to be honest with you. Looking for an apartment. I went to this place a couple weeks ago called Oxford Town Apartments, and I met this lady there, and she showed me an apartment. And then I called back later, and she's like, "Oh, that apartment's gone, but maybe we can get you another one. Can you come back?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll come back on Saturday." I remember her saying, I remember meeting you, and I thought you would be a good fit. That was the thing that made me feel weird, because if I was black, would she say that? Like, what about me made... I guess I told her that, like, I just got a new job in the area, and I'm not a very loud person, so you don't have to worry about that or whatever. But if I was black, would she be like, "Oh yeah," would she believe me? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's white privilege. It's impossible to know if that person is racist. But if she was racist and I was black, she wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't get the apartment. I wouldn't have gotten it, because she was kind of pushing to help me get it, and I kept calling her, but she was being nice and everything, and she was trying to help me. But if I was black and she was racist, she wouldn't do that. That was the point. But I just felt, I don't know. You gotta check your privilege, man. Right? You have to notice when it happens, so you can be more empathetic or sympathetic to black people when they have trouble finding an apartment. Like, maybe if I was black and she was racist, I wouldn't have an apartment right now. I'd have nowhere to live. So that's like something that happens to black people. They have to deal with that, and maybe they get lucky and the person they deal with isn't racist. And if I was black, she would be like, "Oh, you're getting a new job here and you're not loud? That's good. Like, you'll be a perfect fit." Hopefully there are less racist people than there used to be. But there are still racist people, and that kind of thing still does happen. I saw this John Oliver thing. I don't watch him too much. I watch Seth Meyers the most. I don't know. I watch him and I'm like, he's funny. I just think he's the funniest out of all the late night people. And he does a bit with the Mets. His writing staff are all Met fans. So once in a while he'll make a joke about the Mets, and I'm like, ooh, that makes me laugh extra hard. Because he'll joke about how terrible the Mets are or something. And he's like, "Oh, my jokes are extra mean today because the Mets blew a lead, and all my writers are Mets fans." I'm gonna save. Oh, I haven't saved in a long time. Oh my god. Okay. Let's try to beat this guy today. Uh-oh. I'm on this text chain with the church. They text me every day. We had this crazy flood. Did I talk about the flood? It was like they were saying it's like a 1 in a 200 year occurrence. We got 8 inches of rain in a 3-hour period or something because of Ida. Came through New Jersey. Philadelphia, I think, got the worst of it. But the river right near my house, right next to my house, it's right outside the window, flooded, and the guardrail it broke down. It's kind of cool. Nobody got hurt, so it's cool. One person in New Jersey died, I think, which is sad. It's terrifying. Like, I was reading about these people in Jamaica. Jamaica Queens. It's gonna be buzzing because they're texting each other. They died, I guess in New York there's a lot of, or Queens, there's a lot of basement apartments. So these people lived in the basement, and it flooded, and they drowned. It's kind of terrifying to just think like, oh man, people, they just drown. It happens. What if I drowned? I don't know. I looked at the pictures, and the building didn't collapse, so you think, well, how did they die? Like, if it was starting to flood, wouldn't they just leave or get higher? My guess, they didn't explain it, but my guess is that maybe there was just like a huge pressure buildup, and then the wall just, like 1,000 tons of water just poured in all at once, and it just knocked them all out or something. And they died. Which is kind of preferable to the alternative, which is like in a movie when you see people, they're in a car and it goes in the water and they're like, ugh. Okay, what do I do here? I gotta look it up. Should I come back tomorrow? No. Okay, how do you beat this boss? Boop boop boopity boo boop boop boopity boo. Okay, I did this part. After has been no. Jump into the air and slam into the water. Regardless of where he lands, he will always start to move towards the bottom right corner of the screen. He will then rapidly move. When you get near, slash him with your sword, and he'll jump back into the air. Hit him 8 times. Alternative, hit him 4 times with the ice rod. That sucks. My pastor's car flooded. And he said his insurance doesn't cover it. So that's not great. Oh, good. Okay. I like that. He said regardless of where he drops, he's always going to go to the bottom right. Am I out of magic? I knew that was going to happen. Ooga chaka. Oh. What am I doing? Ooh, okay. Is he dead? Thank you, walkthrough. Cool. Crystal. Okay, I'm gonna do one more episode, I think. Oh no, this was the 8th? I have more notes, though. Do I really? No, I'm gonna leave them for next week. So that's it. It's gonna end there. This is a good stopping point. And because of you, I escaped from the clutches of the evil master. Thank you. Yeah, the flood was pretty crazy. But I'm lucky, and my parents didn't have any problems, so everything's good. Because God likes me too much, like Jesus Christ. Help somebody else for once. Why does he like me so much? I get this feeling like it's building up. Like so much good stuff happens, eventually something horrible is gonna happen. Like, oh, I'm gonna get this new job, and I'm gonna get married, and I'm gonna have a kid, and then my kid's gonna get hit by a bus or something. I don't know, that's horrible, but you think it's gotta be, can't be rainbows every day, can it? The evil king of darkness. Sure, whatever. Boo boo doo boo. Boo boo. Okay, that's it. Is everybody doing okay today? So next week, we're gonna be a crazy week because I'm gonna be moving and I gotta start packing. I gotta get boxes. I gotta set up my utilities. It's happening. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna do a vlog about it. Maybe like tomorrow or Saturday. Just want to talk about it just as like a journaling thing and be like, okay, this just mark the moment. It's a big deal. You're moving out of New Jersey for the first time in your entire life. 28 years, almost 29 years old. I've never lived anywhere else. I've always been near my parents. It's a huge thing. It's massive. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know. I just don't know how I'm going to react to it. Am I going to like it more and be like, oh, I'm so free? I'm not going to be like that. Why would I feel like that? No. Whoa. So then it can only ever be bad, right? I'm just going to be sad that I'm away from my family and the church or whatever. Well, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. You're on the roller coaster with me if you're watching. Still got anxiety about stuff. But we're just, yeah, making it through the best we can. I'm still here. Well, it's not technically true, but I mean, I wasn't suicidal, but I was thinking about, like, I wish I was dead. I wasn't gonna make a plan to do it or anything, but, like, if I got hit by a bus, I wouldn't be sad about it. I guess I don't feel that way anymore. So, there's that. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I promise. I'm just gonna keep doing this until, I don't know, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Until I run out of free time, I guess. As long as I have a free night, I'm gonna keep doing this. Why not? It's nice. Kind of like it. What? You like something? It can't be. Okay. See you tomorrow.